Have you ever felt like you were meant for more? Like life is trying to push you towards something bigger, but you keep hitting roadblocks? Maybe you've been waiting for a sign, a breakthrough, or just some kind of clarity on what your next steps should be, but it never quite clicks. Here's the thing: your next level is already written in your birth chart, and the secret is hiding in your ninth house. The ninth house is the house of expansion, luck, higher purpose, and the opportunities that take you from where you are now to where you're meant to be. But if you don't know how to work with it, you might be blocking your own breakthroughs without even realizing it. In this video, I'm breaking down what your ninth house reveals about your biggest opportunities, soul growth, and how to shift into your highest timeline. You'll learn what your ninth house zodiac sign reveals about your life's biggest expansion zone, the potential blocks that you may be facing, and how to activate your ninth house energy so that you can shift timelines. So if you're ready to stop feeling stuck and step into the life that you know that you're meant for, grab your birth chart, find the sign or signs that rules your ninth house, and let's get into it.
If you have Aries in the ninth house, your highest timeline isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about bold action, fearless risk-taking, and trusting your instincts. You were born to lead, explore, and forge your own path, even if that means going against the grain or stepping into the unknown before you feel ready. The ninth house is all about expansion, life-changing opportunities, and spiritual growth. And Aries energy means your quantum leap comes when you stop hesitating and start moving. The universe rewards you when you act on your desires without overthinking. Your biggest breakthroughs won't come from playing it safe. They'll come from taking the first step, even when you're unsure of the outcome. Your growth happens through courageous experiences, whether it's through spontaneous travel, learning through action, or trusting your inner fire to guide you towards something greater. You're meant to live a life that feels bold, passionate, and fueled by excitement, not a life of waiting, second-guessing, or asking for permission. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you choose action over doubt. The second you stop waiting for everything to align perfectly and start making moves toward what excites you, the universe meets you with opportunities, synchronicities, and massive breakthroughs. You are designed to take the lead in your expansion. Your path isn't about following others. It's about carving your own way, even if no one else understands it yet. Taking risk is the key to unlocking your best life. The universe will nudge you toward leaps of faith. When you take them, doors will open. Your intuition works through action. You don't figure things out by thinking. You figure them out by doing. The more you act, the more clarity you gain. Passion and excitement are your guides. If something excites you, it's meant for you. Your soul came here to follow the fire within you. Now, some potential blocks with having Aries in the ninth house is first, the fear of failure or rejection. Aries energy thrives on taking risk, but deep down, you might struggle with the fear of, what if I fail? What if people don't support me? Your biggest breakthrough comes when you realize that failure is part of success And rejection is just redirection. You're not meant to please everyone. You're meant to follow your path fearlessly. Next is overthinking and holding back. You may have bold ideas and powerful desires, but if you wait too long to act, self-doubt creeps in and kills the momentum. The longer you hesitate, the harder it is to shift timelines. Your soul is calling you to trust your first instinct because it's always right. Next is burnout from impulsiveness or restlessness. Aries energy is fast-moving and impatient, which means you might struggle with starting things but not following through. Your higher timeline requires both bold action and strategic persistence. It's not about running in every direction. It's about channeling your fire towards the things that truly matter. Now, to activate your ninth house Aries energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to stop waiting. Take the leap now. Your biggest shifts happen the moment you stop overthinking and start acting. Whatever dream, goal, or opportunity has been calling you, go for it now. Whether it's booking the trip, starting the business, saying yes to something exciting, or saying no to what drains you. Your next level life begins with your next bold decision. Next is to follow your excitement as your life path GPS. If something ignites a fire in you, it's meant for you. Stop questioning it. Aries energy doesn't need a perfect plan. It just needs passion, action, and belief. Next is to trust that the universe rewards brave souls. The universe isn't going to give you every step in advance. It's going to see if you're willing to move first. The sooner you act, the faster your reality shifts. Your highest timeline is already waiting. You just have to catch up to it. And finally, commit to long-term expansion, not just quick wins. While Aries loves immediate action, real expansion comes when you stick with something long enough to master it. If something feels important to you, don't quit when it gets tough. Keep showing up, and you'll see results beyond what you imagined. A great activation affirmation for having Aries in your ninth house is, I trust my instincts, take bold action, and move toward my highest timeline with confidence. The universe rewards my courage, and every step I take aligns me with my destiny. I do not wait for permission. I create my own path. With Aries in your ninth house, your highest timeline is not a dream. It's a decision. The universe is already lined up to support you, but you have to show up for yourself first. Every great adventure, every life-changing moment, every massive breakthrough starts with a single decision. That decision is yours to make. So ask yourself, what action have you been holding back on? What leap is calling your name? Because the second you take it, your life will never be the same. If this resonated for you, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to like, share with your friends who can also benefit from this information, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out my offerings linked below if you want to dig even deeper into your spiritual energy. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Taurus in the ninth house, your highest timeline isn't about rushing or chasing fleeting success. It's about building a life of deep fulfillment, stability, and lasting abundance. Your soul chose a path where growth happens through patience, trust, and aligning with your true values rather than forcing things to happen. The ninth house represents expansion, wisdom, and new opportunities. And Taurus energy means your quantum leap happens when you slow down, ground yourself, and cultivate unwavering self-worth. While others may take risk and jump into the unknown without thinking, your path to the highest timeline comes through steady, intentional action. Your growth happens when you align your life with what truly nourishes you, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You're not here to follow trends, chase external validation, or force yourself into situations that don't feel right. Instead, your expansion happens through deep inner trust, cultivating real wealth, not just financial, but emotional and spiritual wealth, and stepping into your full power with grace and confidence. Your highest timeline is activated the moment you stop settling for less than you deserve. When you demand more from life, refuse to rush, and fully believe in your ability to create a beautiful, abundant existence, the universe responds by giving you exactly that. You are meant to expand in a way that feels safe, secure, and aligned. No chaotic shifts, just steady, unstoppable progress toward your dreams. You attract the best outcomes when you trust in your worth. Your quantum leap happens the moment you stop chasing and start knowing that you deserve the absolute best. Your path to success is rooted in consistency and pleasure. When you fully enjoy the journey and trust in divine timing, your manifestations come effortlessly. You are here to create a life that feels rich in every way: love, money, peace, and purpose. Your expansion happens when you align with true abundance, not just quick wins. Now, some potential blocks with having Taurus in the ninth house. First is a fear of change and resistance to the unknown. Taurus loves stability and security, but the ninth house is about expansion, meaning you may resist stepping outside your comfort zone. If you hold on to what feels safe for too long, you miss out on massive opportunities for growth. Your highest timeline requires you to trust that stepping into the unknown will lead to even greater security. Next is settling for less than you deserve. Taurus energy sometimes stays too comfortable, accepting less than what is truly meant for them. If you've been tolerating a job, relationship, or a lifestyle that doesn't truly fulfill you, you are blocking your highest timeline. Your growth happens when you demand more, raise your standards, and stop settling for good enough. Next is attaching to material success without inner fulfillment. While Taurus rules wealth and stability, true abundance isn't just about money. It's about peace, love, and deep soul satisfaction. If you focus only on external success, but neglect your inner world, you may find yourself feeling unfulfilled even after reaching your goals. Your quantum leap happens when you align with what feels good on a soul level, not just what looks good on paper. Now, to activate your ninth house Taurus energy and to begin shifting timelines, the first step is to trust that stability and expansion can coexist. You don't have to choose between safety and growth. You can have both. Your highest timeline unfolds when you take steps toward expansion while staying grounded in your values and intuition. Ask yourself, where have I been holding back out of fear? How can I step forward in a way that feels aligned? Next is to raise your standards and know your worth. The universe mirrors your energy. When you demand more, you receive more. Stop settling for jobs, relationships, and environments that don't fully honor your value. Your highest timeline requires you to believe that you are worthy of luxury, peace, and deep fulfillment. Next is to move at your own pace, but keep moving. Taurus thrives on slow, steady progress, but sometimes that turns into stagnation. The key is to keep taking small, consistent steps toward your dreams, trusting that each move builds toward something powerful. Your manifestations are already happening. Don't rush the process, but also don't delay it out of fear either. Next is to prioritize pleasure, beauty, and inner peace. Taurus energy expands when it feels good, abundant, and aligned. Make time for self-care, luxury, and experiences that nourish your soul. When you feel good, you attract even more abundance, love, and opportunities into your life. Now, your activation affirmation for Taurus in the ninth house is, I trust in divine timing and my ability to build a life of true abundance. I am worthy of the best, and I refuse to settle for anything less. My expansion is steady, powerful, and aligned with my deepest values. With Taurus in your ninth house, your highest timeline isn't rushed or forced. It unfolds naturally, beautifully, and with divine ease. The moment you stop settling, start trusting yourself, and step into your full worth, the universe will align you with opportunities, relationships, and abundance beyond your wildest dreams. You are not here for scarcity, struggle, or fear. You are here for wealth, love, peace, and soul-level success. All you have to do is trust in your worth and take the next aligned step. If this resonated with you, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, be sure to like, share this with a friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more. And if you're ready to dive even deeper, be sure to check out my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Gemini in the ninth house, your highest timeline isn't about following a single path. It's about exploration, curiosity, and constantly evolving your beliefs and perspectives. Your soul came here to learn, share, and expand through new ideas, new experiences, and deep conversations. The ninth house represents expansion, wisdom, and life-changing opportunities. And with Gemini here, your quantum leap happens when you embrace the fluidity of life. You're not meant to follow one rigid philosophy or stay confined to one way of thinking. Instead, your growth comes through constant discovery, traveling, studying, teaching, and exchanging ideas with others. Your expansion happens when you allow yourself to be intellectually and spiritually free. The universe supports you most when you remain open to new knowledge, question what you've been taught, and explore life with a sense of curiosity rather than certainty. Your ability to adapt, communicate, and absorb different perspectives is your superpower. Use it to unlock your highest timeline. Your biggest breakthroughs will happen when you stop trying to define your path too early and instead allow life to unfold organically. You're here to experience many different things, connect with many different people, and continuously refine your truth. The moment you embrace your curiosity, adaptability, and love for learning, the universe will begin aligning you with incredible opportunities. You are meant to expand through knowledge and communication. The more you learn, teach, and exchange ideas, the faster you shift timelines. You don't need to commit to just one path. Your expansion happens when you allow yourself to explore multiple passions and possibilities without feeling tied down. You attract opportunities through networking and connection. Your highest timeline unfolds when you stay open to new people, places, and ideas that spark your curiosity. You are here to challenge outdated beliefs and redefine your truth. When you embrace your ability to see multiple perspectives, you align with the wisdom that leads you to your best life. Now, some potential blocks with having Gemini in your ninth house is, first, scattered energy and a lack of focus. Gemini loves variety, but sometimes this can lead to jumping from one thing to another without direction. If you're always chasing the next idea or opportunity without fully seeing things through, you may struggle to build momentum toward your highest timeline. Your growth happens when you allow yourself to explore, but also commit to deepening your knowledge in key areas. Next is overanalyzing and mental restlessness. You have an active mind, which can sometimes lead to overthinking, doubt, and constant questioning. If you analyze every decision too much, you might hesitate to take action, blocking your expansion. Your quantum leap happens when you trust your instincts instead of trying to intellectually figure everything out first. Next is a fear of being wrong or changing beliefs. Gemini is meant to evolve, but sometimes you may hold on to ideas or perspectives simply because you've invested in them. If you resist change out of fear of looking inconsistent, you could block the very shifts that are meant to elevate you. Your highest timeline requires you to release the pressure to have all the answers and instead embrace the fact that you are always growing. Now, to activate your ninth house in Gemini's energy and to begin shifting timelines, the first step is to embrace the power of learning and teaching. Your expansion happens when you seek knowledge, share your wisdom, and remain curious. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, having deep conversations, or traveling to experience different cultures, the more you learn, the more your reality shifts. Ask yourself, what is something new I can explore that excites me? Next is to follow what interests you, but also go deeper. It's okay to explore many different things, but your highest timeline unfolds when you dive deeper into the ones that truly light you up. Instead of just scratching the surface, commit to truly mastering something that fascinates you. The more expertise and wisdom you gain, the more you attract aligned opportunities effortlessly. Next is to trust your intuition and take action. Gemini energy is highly mental, which means you might overthink instead of act. The universe supports you when you follow your gut instincts rather than trying to logically plan out every detail. If something excites you, move toward it, even if you don't have all the answers yet. And finally, connect, communicate, and expand through others. Your quantum leap often happens through conversations, connections, and new social experiences. Talk to people, exchange ideas, put yourself in new environments. This is where the universe brings you unexpected breakthroughs. The more you engage with the world around you, the faster you shift timelines. Now, an activation affirmation for your ninth house in Gemini is, I trust my curiosity to guide me toward my highest timeline. I am open to new experiences, wisdom, and expansion. My path unfolds naturally as I explore, learn, and share my truth. With Gemini in your ninth house, your highest timeline isn't about finding one perfect answer. It's about the journey of constant discovery. The universe will keep sending you new experiences, ideas, and connections. Your job is to stay open and follow what excites you. You're not here to live by rigid rules. You are here to explore, learn, question, and evolve. The moment you embrace your fluidity, curiosity, and love for knowledge, the universe will align you with opportunities beyond your imagination. So ask yourself, what are you being called to explore next? What excites you? Because the second you say yes to your curiosity, your next breakthrough begins. If this resonated, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to like, share this with someone who could benefit from this information, and subscribe for more. And if you're ready to go even deeper into your soul's purpose, my offerings are linked below. Thanks so much for being here. If you have Cancer in the ninth house, your highest timeline isn't found through logic, external validation, or rigid belief systems. It's unlocked through emotional alignment, intuition, and deep soul connection. You are meant to expand in a way that feels safe, nurturing, and deeply meaningful. The ninth house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Cancer here, your quantum leap happens when you trust your emotional intelligence, honor your inner world, and embrace the healing power of your soul's journey. Your growth doesn't come from chasing traditional forms of success or blindly following societal expectations. Instead, you are meant to follow what feels like home to your soul. Your deepest breakthroughs happen when you prioritize emotional security, intuitive guidance, and connections that nourish you rather than drain you. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop ignoring your emotions and start using them as your compass. You were born with an incredibly strong intuitive connection, and when you lean into it rather than dismiss it, the universe aligns you with the experiences, people, and opportunities that are meant for you. Your emotions are your greatest guide. When something feels right on a deep level, trust it. Your intuition is your superpower, and it will always lead you where you're meant to go. You don't need to force expansion. Your growth happens naturally when you nurture yourself. The more you prioritize inner healing, emotional alignment, and self-care, the easier your manifestations flow. Your highest timeline is about meaningful, heart-centered experiences. You're not here for surface-level success. You're here for soul-level fulfillment, deep connections, and a sense of belonging. When you trust yourself emotionally, you attract opportunities effortlessly. The universe rewards you when you stop doubting what you feel and start acting on it. Now, some potential blocks with having Cancer in your 9th house is, first, a fear of leaving your comfort zone. Cancer energy is protective and security focused, which can make stepping into the unknown feel intimidating. If you cling too tightly to the familiar, you may resist the very experiences that are meant to help you expand. Your growth happens when you trust that new experiences will still feel safe and aligned with your soul. Next is holding on to the past and emotional baggage. Cancer's connection to memories and nostalgia can sometimes keep you stuck in old emotional patterns. If you find yourself replaying the past or holding on to emotional wounds, you may struggle to fully step into your highest timeline. Your quantum leap happens when you release past pain and open your heart to the future. Next is letting fear and doubt override your intuition. You have incredibly strong emotional instincts, but if fear clouds your judgment, you may second-guess yourself. If you feel called toward something new, but hesitate out of uncertainty, you may be blocking the very shift that your soul is craving. Your highest timeline requires you to trust your feelings rather than overanalyze them. Now, to begin to activate your 9th house Cancer energy and shift timelines, the first step is to follow your intuition without overthinking. Your emotions will always lead you in the right direction. When something feels deeply right, trust it, even if it doesn't make logical sense. The more you rely on gut feelings rather than external opinions, the faster you align with your highest timeline. So ask yourself, where is my soul pulling me? What feels safe, expansive, and deeply aligned? Next is to release emotional baggage and make peace with the past. Your expansion is blocked when you hold on to old wounds, limiting beliefs, or past heartbreaks. Healing is your key to stepping into your best life. Journaling, energy work, or simply acknowledging what needs to be released can shift everything. Let go of the past so that you can step into a future that feels nurturing and aligned with your soul's growth. Next is to create a life that feels like home to you. Cancer energy thrives in comfort, emotional safety, and deep connections. Instead of forcing yourself onto a path that doesn't feel right, build a life that truly nourishes you. This could mean traveling to places that feel emotionally healing, surrounding yourself with people who feel like family, or choosing work that emotionally fulfills you rather than just paying the bills. Next is to let your heart lead, even when it feels scary. Your expansion happens through love, connection, and emotional depth. Whether it's pursuing a relationship, moving to a new place that feels more comfortable, or following a soul calling, you must trust where your heart is leading you. The more you embrace the path that feels right rather than just looks right, the faster you step into your highest timeline. Now, an activation affirmation for your 9th house in Cancer is, I trust my emotions and intuition to guide me toward my highest timeline. I release the past and embrace my soul's expansion with love, trust, and divine alignment. My heart leads me exactly where I am meant to be. With Cancer in your 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about external success. It's about soul deep fulfillment, emotional alignment, and trusting your inner wisdom. You are meant to expand in a way that feels safe, nurturing, and deeply connected to your heart's truth. The moment you release old wounds, trust your emotions, and follow the path that feels right in your soul, the universe will open doors to a reality that's more beautiful than you ever imagined. You are not here to force, struggle, or chase. You are here to flow, trust, and receive. So ask yourself, what is your heart calling you toward? Because the second you listen, your life begins to shift. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. I always love reading your thoughts. And of course, if this was helpful, be sure to like, share it with a friend who needs this, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out my offerings below to deepen your understanding of your soul's purpose even more. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Leo in the 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about blending in. It's about stepping fully into your light, embracing your divine purpose, and fearlessly expressing your authentic self. You are meant to expand through creativity, confidence, and bold self-expression, rather than following conventional or restrictive paths. The 9th house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Leo here, your quantum leap happens when you stop shrinking yourself to fit into other people's expectations and start claiming your rightful place in the spotlight. Your growth doesn't come from staying behind the scenes or playing it safe. Instead, you are meant to lead, inspire, and radiate your gifts into the world. Your greatest opportunities arrive when you own your presence, trust your unique talents, and allow yourself to be seen. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop waiting for permission and start stepping into your power. You are here to create a life that reflects your soul's passion. And when you embrace your inner fire, the universe aligns you with the opportunities, people, and experiences meant to elevate you. You are meant to take center stage in your expansion. The more you own your light and stop hiding your gifts, the faster your reality shifts. Your purpose is fueled by passion, not obligation. You expand when you follow what excites you and brings you joy. You attract abundance when you trust your talents. The universe rewards you when you believe in yourself and put your creativity into the world. Your highest timeline is about leadership, visibility, and self-expression. When you let go of fear and step into your full power, everything falls into place. Now, some potential blocks with having Leo in your 9th house is first, the fear of being seen or judged. You are born to shine, but if you fear judgment or rejection, you may dim your light to make others comfortable. Your growth happens when you release self-doubt and recognize that your gifts are meant to be shared. The right people will celebrate you. Those who don't aren't meant for your journey. Next is struggling with self-worth and external validation. Leo energy craves recognition, but your highest timeline requires you to validate yourself first. If you rely too much on external approval, you may hesitate to take action until others confirm your greatness. Your expansion happens when you fully trust your own voice, talents, and decisions without needing outside validation. Next is playing small and avoiding your own power. Leo's shadow side can sometimes resist its own power out of fear of responsibility. If you've been waiting for the right moment to step into leadership, this is your sign. The time is now. The universe is waiting for you to say yes to your purpose. Once you do, everything aligns. Now, to activate your 9th house Leo energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to own your presence and step into the spotlight. Stop waiting for permission to be bold, creative, and fully expressed. Whether it's in your career, personal life, or spiritual path, you are meant to be seen. The sooner you stop dimming your light, the faster your reality shifts into alignment. Next is to follow what sets your soul on fire. Leo energy expands through passion, joy, and creativity. If something feels exciting, fulfilling, and soul-aligned, that is your path. Stop forcing yourself into things that feel dull or uninspiring. Your highest timeline requires you to do what lights you up. Next is to lead with confidence, even if you're still figuring it all out. Confidence doesn't mean knowing everything. It means trusting yourself enough to take action anyway. Your growth happens when you start moving forward, even if you don't have all the answers yet. The universe rewards bold action. Take the first step and watch everything fall into place. And lastly, create, and share your unique gifts with the world. Whether it's through art, leadership, storytelling, or personal expression, you are here to create. The more you share your talents and voice with the world, the more aligned opportunities will come to you. Your highest timeline unfolds when you stop holding back and start putting your true self out there. Now, an activation affirmation for having Leo in your 9th house is, I fully embrace my power, creativity, and confidence. I am meant to shine, and I no longer shrink myself to fit in. My highest timeline unfolds as I boldly express my true self and step into my purpose. With Leo in your 9th house, your highest timeline is about stepping into your greatness without hesitation. You are not meant to hide, wait, or seek permission. You are meant to lead, inspire, and radiate your light in ways that impact the world. The moment you stop doubting yourself and start fully expressing who you are, the universe will meet you with opportunities, recognition, and abundance beyond what you'd imagined. You are not here to blend in. You're here to stand out. So ask yourself, what part of you is ready to be seen? What gifts are you holding back? Because the second you say yes to yourself, your reality shifts instantly. If this message resonated with you, be sure to let me know in the comments. I love connecting with you all. And of course, be sure to like, share this with a friend who needs it, and subscribe so you never miss a new video. And be sure to check out my offerings below to unlock your spiritual power even more. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Virgo in the 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about rushing into expansion or blindly chasing success. It's about aligning with divine precision, mastering your skills, and finding purpose through service, wisdom, and attention to detail. You are meant to grow through discernment, practical wisdom, and refining your approach to life. The 9th house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Virgo here, your quantum leap happens when you embrace your analytical gifts, organize your vision, and commit to intentional, meaningful growth. Unlike those who expand through sudden risk, your expansion is built through mastery, consistency, and deep self-improvement. Your growth doesn't come from chasing external validation or following someone else's version of success. Instead, you are meant to create a life that is efficient, aligned, and rooted in authenticity. When you lean into your natural ability to analyze, organize, and improve, you unlock powerful opportunities and attract clarity, abundance, and deep fulfillment. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop second-guessing yourself and start trusting that your attention to detail and ability to refine your life's path is your greatest strength. You are not meant to rush. You are meant to build something meaningful, sustainable, and truly in alignment with your highest self. You are meant to grow through precision and mastery. Your highest timeline isn't built on chaos. It's built on aligned action, structure, and refining your purpose. You attract success through practical wisdom and service. Your expansion happens when you use your skills to improve not only your own life, but also the lives of others. Your path requires patience, organization, and self-trust. The universe rewards you when you embrace your ability to refine, analyze, and make intentional choices. You are here to create a life of true alignment and integrity. When you stop forcing yourself to conform to the world's expectations and start trusting your own process, everything falls into place effortlessly. Now, some potential blocks with having Virgo in your 9th house is first, overanalyzing and perfectionism. Your mind is incredibly sharp, but sometimes you get stuck in overthinking and self-doubt. If you wait until everything is perfect before taking action, you block the very opportunities meant for you. Your growth happens when you trust yourself enough to move forward, even if things aren't 100% figured out. Next is fear of the unknown and need for control. Virgo loves clarity, details, and planning, but the 9th house is about expansion and the unknown. If you resist taking leaps of faith because you can't predict every outcome, you hold yourself back from powerful opportunities. Your highest timeline requires you to balance structure with surrender. Not everything has to be planned. Sometimes alignment comes through trust. Next is feeling like you need to fix yourself before expanding. Virgo energy often feels like there's always something to improve before they are ready to level up. If you wait until you feel perfect before stepping into your higher path, you'll always feel like there's one more thing to fix. Your quantum leap happens when you accept that you are already worthy of expansion right now, exactly as you are. Now, to activate your 9th house Virgo energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to trust yourself and stop overanalyzing every decision. Your wisdom is powerful, but don't let analysis turn into hesitation. The universe is guiding you. You don't need to have everything figured out before taking the next step. The faster you trust yourself, the faster your highest timeline unfolds. Next is to take aligned action and build daily rituals for expansion. Virgo thrives on routine, efficiency, and structure. Use this to your advantage. Create a daily habit that helps you move toward your higher self, whether it's journaling, learning, refining your craft, or organizing your goals. Ask yourself, what small, intentional action can I take today that aligns with my future self? Next is to balance logic with intuition and trust the process. While your analytical mind is strong, your expansion happens when you learn to trust your inner knowing. Not every decision needs to be rational. Some of your biggest opportunities will come from following what feels right. The more you blend logic with intuition, the easier your timeline shift becomes. And lastly, stop waiting for perfection and start taking bold steps. You don't need to be fully ready or completely healed to take action. Your success will come through the journey, not from waiting for the perfect moment. The universe is waiting for you to say yes. Stop hesitating and step into your purpose. Now, an activation affirmation for having your 9th house in Virgo is, I trust myself and my divine path. I embrace expansion with clarity, confidence, and alignment. My success comes from daily aligned action, and I am ready to step into my highest timeline now. With Virgo in your ninth house, your highest timeline isn't about rushing or taking blind risk. It's about refining your vision, aligning with your truth, and taking intentional action toward your best life. You're not here to be reckless, scattered, or impulsive. You're here to create something meaningful, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling. The moment you stop second-guessing yourself and start moving with confidence, everything aligns in your favor. You are not behind, you are not lacking, you are exactly where you need to be. But now it's time to step forward with trust and purpose. So ask yourself, what aligned action can you take today to step into your highest timeline? Because the second you commit, your life begins to shift in ways beyond what you ever imagined. If this resonated with you, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to like, share with your friends who can also benefit from this information, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out my offerings linked below if you want to dig even deeper into your spiritual energy. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Libra in the ninth house, your highest timeline isn't about forcing expansion or chasing success alone. It's about harmonizing your path, attracting aligned opportunities, and creating a life of beauty, balance, and meaningful relationships. The ninth house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Libra here, your quantum leap happens when you trust in the power of partnerships, cultivate inner peace, and allow yourself to receive the support and abundance you deserve. Your growth doesn't come from struggling or doing everything on your own. Instead, your expansion is tied to collaborations, relationships, and experiences that inspire you to think bigger and aim higher. The more you surround yourself with balanced, high vibrational people and environments, the faster you step into your best reality. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop second-guessing your worth and start allowing yourself to be seen, valued, and supported. You are meant to move through life with grace, trust, and alignment, not stress and overexertion. You are meant to attract opportunities through ease, not struggle. The more you align with beauty, peace, and collaboration, the more abundance flows to you. Your highest timeline is deeply connected to relationships, whether romantic, business, or soul connections. The right people will help elevate you to the next level. Your path expands when you trust in divine harmony. Instead of forcing outcomes, align with balance and watch things fall into place naturally. You are here to create and inspire through connection, beauty, and fairness. The more you lean into these strengths, the faster you shift into your highest reality. Now, some potential blocks with having Libra in your ninth house is first, indecisiveness and overthinking your path. Libra energy seeks balance, but sometimes this leads to indecision and hesitation about what path to take. If you overanalyze every opportunity, you miss out on life-changing experiences. Your growth happens when you trust your intuition and take action, even if the path isn't 100% clear yet. Next is relying too much on external validation. Libra is deeply connected to relationships, but your expansion requires you to define your own beliefs and truth. If you're always seeking approval before making decisions, you give your power away. Your highest timeline happens when you trust yourself first, then attract the right partnerships that align with your soul's journey. Next is avoiding conflict and staying in safe spaces. Libra energy desires peace, which can sometimes lead to avoiding difficult decisions or staying in situations that no longer serve you. If you resist stepping outside your comfort zone, you block the very opportunities meant to elevate you. Your quantum leap happens when you embrace necessary changes and stop compromising your own happiness for the sake of keeping the peace. Now, to activate your 9th house Libra energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to trust that balance and expansion can coexist. You don't have to choose between stability and growth. You can have both. Your highest timeline unfolds when you take action toward your dreams while maintaining emotional and energetic balance. So ask yourself, am I making choices that feel aligned and harmonious, or am I making decisions based on fear and avoidance? Next is to attract the right people who elevate you. You are meant to expand through relationships, connections, and soul-aligned partnerships. Surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and support you because your energy is everything. Your success accelerates when you align with people who match your highest vibration. Next is to stop overthinking and make a confident choice. You may feel torn between multiple paths, but your intuition already knows the right one. The longer you hesitate, the more you block your highest timeline. Just choose and trust that the universe will course correct if necessary. Your expansion happens when you commit to your decisions with confidence. And lastly, lean into beauty, creativity, and spiritual harmony. Libra energy thrives in aesthetics, art, balance, and peace. So use these tools for your expansion, whether it's through travel, creativity, or designing a life that feels good. The more beauty and alignment you bring into your world, the faster your manifestations arrive. Your highest timeline unfolds when you prioritize both external and internal harmony. An activation affirmation for having Libra in your 9th house is, I trust my intuition, embrace balance, and allow my highest timeline to unfold with ease. I attract aligned opportunities and soul connections that elevate my path. My expansion is effortless, beautiful, and in perfect harmony with my divine purpose. With Libra in your 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about struggle, force, or proving yourself. It's about ease, alignment, and attracting the right people and opportunities into your life. You are not meant to overwork, overthink, or force success. You are meant to flow, trust, and allow abundance to meet you effortlessly. The moment you stop doubting your worth and start embracing the relationships, opportunities, and experiences that feel truly aligned, everything shifts in your favor. You're not here to play small, settle, or sacrifice your happiness. You are here to create a life of beauty, balance, and soul-aligned expansion. So ask yourself, where in my life am I ready to invite more harmony and trust the flow of my path? Because the second you lean into that trust, your reality shifts instantly. If this resonated, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, be sure to like, share this with a friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more. And if you're ready to dive even deeper, be sure to check out my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have Scorpio in the 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about surface level change or predictable paths. It's about deep transformation, soul level expansion, and embracing the power of the unknown. You are here to evolve through intensity, rebirth, and spiritual awakening. The 9th house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Scorpio here, your quantum leap happens when you stop fearing change and start surrendering to the process of transformation. Unlike those who expand through traditional learning or external exploration, your growth comes from diving deep into the hidden truths of life, uncovering your own personal power, and rising from the ashes of every challenge you've faced. Your expansion doesn't happen in a straight line. It happens through cycles of death and rebirth. Each time you shed an old version of yourself, you step closer to your highest timeline. You are meant to embrace depth, intensity, and spiritual truth because your soul craves profound meaning, not superficial success. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop resisting transformation and start embracing the fact that you're meant to evolve beyond what you ever imagined. You are meant to experience deep transformation on your journey. Every challenge, rebirth, and breakthrough is preparing you for something greater. Your soul craves depth, truth, and authenticity. The more you align with your raw, unfiltered truth, the faster your highest timeline unfolds. Your expansion happens through shadow work and spiritual awakening. You're not here to live on the surface. You're here to dive deep into the mysteries of life. You have the power to reinvent yourself completely. The moment you stop clinging to old versions of yourself, you become unstoppable. Now, some potential blocks with having Scorpio in the 9th house is first, the fear of change and resistance to transformation. Scorpio's energy is raw, intense, and deeply transformative. But if you resist change, you stay stuck in cycles of stagnation. If you fear letting go, you block the very shifts that are meant to elevate you. Your highest timeline requires you to surrender to the process of evolution. Next is emotional baggage and holding on to the past. Scorpio energy is deeply attached to past experiences, betrayals, and wounds. If you hold on to pain or resentment, you slow down your expansion. Your quantum leap happens when you release the past and step into your power. Next is trust issues and fear of surrender. You are wired to seek control, But sometimes your greatest growth happens when you let go and trust the universe. If you hesitate to step into the unknown, you miss out on profound opportunities. Your highest timeline unfolds when you trust that the universe is guiding you toward transformation, not destruction. Now, to activate your ninth house Scorpio energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to embrace the death and rebirth cycle. Understand that growth happens through shedding old versions of yourself. Each time you let go of what no longer serves you, you step into a higher version of yourself. So ask yourself, what am I clinging to that no longer aligns with my highest path? Next is to go deep. Explore your shadow and inner truth. Your expansion happens when you face your fears, dive into shadow work, and uncover the parts of yourself you've ignored. The deeper you go, the more powerful you become. The more authentic you are, the faster you shift into your highest timeline. Next is to trust in the unknown and let go of control. Scorpio in the ninth house is about trusting the unseen. You may not always have logical proof, but your intuition knows when you're on the right path. Your transformation happens when you trust yourself and the universe, even when the path isn't fully clear. And finally, transmute pain into power and become the phoenix. Scorpio energy is about alchemy, turning pain into wisdom, fear into strength, and endings into beginnings. Instead of letting past wounds define you, use them as fuel for your highest transformation. Your highest timeline is activated when you step into your power and refuse to be defined by your past. Now, an activation affirmation for Scorpio in the ninth house is, I embrace transformation and trust in my soul's evolution. I release what no longer serves me and step into my power with courage and clarity. I am reborn into my highest timeline. With Scorpio in your ninth house, your highest timeline isn't about staying safe. It's about becoming fearless in your transformation. You're not meant to cling to the past, fear the unknown, or avoid deep truths. You're meant to rise, evolve, and embrace the full depth of your power. The moment you surrender to your transformation and stop fearing your own evolution, the universe will open doors to a reality beyond what you ever imagined. You're not here to stay the same. You are here to become the most powerful version of yourself. So ask yourself, what part of you is ready to be reborn? Because the second you embrace your transformation, your entire life will shift. If this resonated for you, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to share this with someone who could benefit from this information, and subscribe for more. And if you're ready to go even deeper into your soul's purpose, my offerings are linked below. Thanks so much for being here. If you have Sagittarius in the ninth house, your highest timeline isn't found through limitations, rigid beliefs, or playing it safe. It's unlocked through exploration, expansion, and the willingness to step outside your comfort zone. You are here to embrace adventure, take bold leaps of faith, and trust that the universe supports your journey. The ninth house is naturally ruled by Sagittarius, meaning your soul's growth is deeply tied to exploring new perspectives, seeking higher wisdom, and experiencing life on a grand scale. Unlike those who expand through structured learning, your evolution comes from real-world experiences, spontaneous discoveries, and trusting the magic of the unknown. Your expansion doesn't happen through careful planning. It happens when you let go, take risk, and follow the pull of your higher calling. You're not here to live a small, restricted life. You are here to expand beyond borders, whether they are physical, mental, or spiritual. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop doubting your ability to create your own path and start living fearlessly. You are meant to trust in the process, embrace the journey, and allow your curiosity to lead you toward your destiny. You are meant to expand through adventure, learning, and experience. The more you say yes to life, the more doors open. Your highest timeline is tied to freedom and exploration, whether through travel, higher education, or spiritual studies. Your soul craves growth. Your greatest wisdom comes from real-world experiences. You're not here to simply follow a textbook. You're here to live what you learn. Your quantum leap happens when you trust yourself enough to take risk. The moment you stop waiting and start moving, everything shifts in your favor. Now, some potential blocks with having Sagittarius in your ninth house is first, the fear of commitment or sticking to one path. Sagittarius loves freedom, but sometimes this leads to avoiding responsibility or jumping from one thing to another. If you're always chasing the next big thing without following through, you might struggle to fully step into your power. Your highest timeline requires you to balance exploration with commitment to your greater purpose. Next is restlessness and feeling trapped. You have an intense need for movement, but if you constantly feel like you need to escape, you may miss out on the deeper wisdom that comes from staying present. Your growth happens when you embrace freedom, but also find meaning in the present moment. Next is overconfidence without direction. Sagittarius energy is naturally optimistic, but if you leap without any intention, you may end up in situations that don't fully align with your higher path. Your expansion happens when you combine your adventurous spirit with a sense of deeper purpose. Now, to activate your ninth house Sagittarius energy and shift timelines, the first step is to say yes to expansion and take the leap. Your highest timeline requires you to go beyond what feels familiar. Whether it's traveling, studying something new, or taking a bold step towards your goals, your expansion happens through action. So ask yourself, what adventure is my soul calling me toward? Next is to trust the journey, even when you don't have a clear plan. You're not meant to know every step. You are meant to trust that the universe will guide you. When you surrender control and embrace the unknown, your highest timeline unfolds naturally. The moment you stop fearing uncertainty, your greatest breakthroughs happen. Next is to seek higher knowledge and align with your truth. Whether through philosophy, spirituality, or deep conversations. Your soul craves wisdom. Surround yourself with teachers, mentors, and experiences that challenge and expand your perspective. Your transformation happens when you stay open to learning and evolving. And finally, embody the energy of freedom and possibility. Sagittarius energy is about limitless potential. Instead of asking, what if it doesn't work out? Start asking, what if it turns out better than I ever imagined? The more you believe in infinite possibilities, the more doors open for you. Now, an activation affirmation for having Sagittarius in your 9th house is, I trust my journey and embrace the unknown with excitement. I am always guided, and my highest timeline unfolds as I follow my soul's call to explore, learn, and expand. With Sagittarius in your 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about playing small. It's about boldly stepping into the unknown, embracing adventure, and trusting that you're always supported. You're not here to stay confined, restricted, or fearful of change. You're here to expand beyond limits, break free from outdated beliefs, and trust that your destiny is bigger than you ever imagined. The moment you say yes to life and stop overthinking, the universe will align you with exactly what you need. You're not here to follow a traditional path. You're here to create your own. So ask yourself, where is life calling me to expand? Because the second you follow that pull, your reality shifts instantly. If this resonated for you, let me know in the comments. I always love reading your thoughts. And of course, if this was helpful, be sure to like, share it with a friend who needs this, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out my offerings below to deepen your understanding of your soul's purpose even more. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Capricorn in the 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about instant gratification or fleeting success. It's about long-term mastery, discipline, and building a legacy that lasts. You are here to expand through structure, patience, and commitment to something greater than yourself. The 9th house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Capricorn here, your quantum leap happens when you stop looking for shortcuts and start embracing the slow, steady climb toward true success. Unlike those who seek expansion through spontaneity, you are meant to grow through strategy, responsibility, and persistence. Your soul is here to become an authority in your chosen path, whether through education, business, spirituality, or a long-term personal goal. Your journey isn't about rushing. It's about laying a strong foundation that will stand the test of time. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop doubting your ability to succeed and start showing up with unwavering commitment to your long-term vision. You are meant to master something significant in this lifetime. The more you commit to your path, the greater your success. Your highest timeline is built through discipline and dedication. Your future is not left to chance. It's something you create through consistent effort. You expand when you step into leadership and responsibility, whether guiding others, becoming an expert, or building something meaningful. Your destiny involves leaving a legacy. Your quantum leap happens when you stop fearing the long road and start embracing the power of persistence. Now, some potential blocks with having Capricorn in your ninth house is first, the fear of failure and moving too slowly. Capricorn's energy is focused on long-term success. But if you feel like things aren't happening fast enough, you might get discouraged. If you compare yourself to others who seem to be getting there faster, you may doubt your path. Your growth happens when you trust that your timeline is unfolding exactly as it should. Next is rigid thinking and resistance to new perspectives. Capricorn energy values tradition and structure, but your highest timeline may require breaking free from outdated beliefs. If you hold on to limiting perspectives, you block your own expansion. Your quantum leap happens when you remain open to learning, evolving, and allowing your beliefs to shift when necessary. Next is struggling with work-life balance and overworking. Capricorn's drive for achievement can sometimes lead to neglecting rest, joy, and spiritual growth. If you focus too much on productivity, you may lose touch with the emotional and intuitive side of your expansion. Your highest timeline is achieved when you balance hard work with self-care and trust in divine timing. Now, to activate your ninth house Capricorn energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to commit to the long game and trust in divine timing. Your highest timeline isn't about quick success. It's about lasting success. When you stop looking for shortcuts and fully commit to your path, everything starts aligning. Ask yourself, what long-term goal am I truly ready to commit to? Next is to become the authority in your path. Capricorn energy thrives on mastery, expertise, and leadership. The more you invest in deep learning, practical application, and refining your skills, the more you attract abundance and success. Your highest timeline unfolds when you own your power and step into leadership. Next is to balance work with spiritual expansion. While Capricorn thrives in hard work and achievement, the ninth house is also about spiritual growth and wisdom. Take time to nurture your inner world, whether through meditation, philosophy, or connecting with a greater purpose. Your expansion happens when you trust that success isn't just about effort. It's also about alignment. And finally, release limiting beliefs and expand your vision. Capricorn energy can sometimes cling to traditional views of success, but your highest timeline requires an open mind. Be willing to explore new perspectives, break free from old conditioning, and embrace bigger possibilities. Your quantum leap happens when you allow yourself to think beyond what seems realistic and aim for something truly extraordinary. An activation affirmation for Capricorn in the ninth house is, I am committed to my long-term vision and trust in divine timing. I expand through wisdom, discipline, and dedication. My success is inevitable because I am building a life of true purpose and mastery. With Capricorn in your ninth house, Your highest timeline isn't about rushing, chasing, or cutting corners. It's about building something so powerful, aligned, and unshakable that it stands the test of time. You're not here to take the easy road. You are here to master your craft, become an authority, and leave behind a lasting impact. The moment you stop questioning your path and fully commit to your higher vision, the universe will open doors you never imagined possible. You're not here for temporary success. You are here for something greater. So ask yourself, what long-term path am I truly ready to build? Because the second you commit, your reality shifts. If this message spoke to you, be sure to let me know in the comments. I love connecting with you all. And of course, be sure to like, share this with a friend who needs it, and subscribe so you never miss a new video. And be sure to check out my offerings below to unlock your spiritual power even more. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Aquarius in the 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about following conventional wisdom or walking a traditional path. It's about breaking free from limitations, embracing innovation, and expanding through radical new perspectives. You are here to challenge outdated beliefs, revolutionize your thinking, and trust that your unique approach to life is what will set you free. The 9th house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Aquarius here, your quantum leap happens when you stop conforming and start owning your unconventional, futuristic mindset. Unlike those who expand through traditional learning, your growth comes from questioning, experimenting, and seeing the world through a completely different lens. Your expansion doesn't happen by following the crowd. It happens when you trust your individuality, embrace your inner genius, and step fully into your role as a visionary. You are not meant to fit into existing structures. You are here to create new ones. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop fearing the unknown and start realizing that your ability to think differently is what makes you powerful. You are meant to break free from traditional beliefs and expand through innovation. The more you trust your unique way of thinking, the faster your reality shifts. Your highest timeline is tied to individuality, future-forward ideas, and higher consciousness. Your soul is here to pioneer new ways of thinking, not follow outdated models. Your growth happens through intellectual freedom and bold new perspectives. When you allow yourself to explore radical ideas, your life transforms. Your quantum leap happens when you embrace your role as a change maker and visionary. The world needs your insights. Stop holding them back. Now, some potential blocks with having Aquarius in the 9th house is first, a fear of being too different or misunderstood. Aquarius energy is revolutionary, but sometimes you may feel like your ideas are too out there for people to understand. If you hold back out of fear of rejection, you limit your own expansion. Your highest timeline happens when you own your uniqueness and share your brilliance unapologetically. Next is distrust of traditional wisdom and authority. You may resist structured learning, preferring to question everything instead of following established teachings. While questioning is important, completely rejecting valuable wisdom from others may slow your growth. Your quantum leap happens when you learn to balance rebellion with discernment. Next is feeling disconnected or isolated in your beliefs. Your mind operates on a different frequency than most, which can sometimes make you feel like an outsider. If you resist connecting with like-minded souls, you may feel lost on your path. Your highest timeline is activated when you find your soul tribe, people who think just as big as you do. Now, to activate your 9th house Aquarius energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to own your uniqueness and share your vision. Your highest timeline requires you to stop diluting your ideas to fit in. The world needs your originality, insights, and revolutionary thinking. Ask yourself, where am I holding back out of fear of being misunderstood? Next is to expand your mind with future-forward knowledge. Aquarius rules technology, innovation, and higher consciousness. Dive into quantum physics, astrology, AI, or anything that challenges your thinking in new ways. The more you push the boundaries of what's possible, the more aligned your reality becomes. Next is to find your soul-aligned community. Your expansion is accelerated when you connect with people who share your vision. Seek out progressive thinkers, innovators, and spiritual revolutionaries. Your quantum leap happens when you surround yourself with people who inspire you to think bigger. And finally, trust the unknown and let go of traditional paths. Aquarius energy is about breaking free from expectations. If a traditional path doesn't feel right, trust that there's another way. Your highest timeline happens when you embrace your role as a trailblazer. Now, an activation affirmation for having Aquarius in your 9th house is, I trust in my unique vision and embrace my role as a visionary. I expand beyond limitations, break free from outdated beliefs, and boldly step into my highest timeline with originality and confidence. With Aquarius in your 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about following the norm. It's about leading the future. You're not here to conform, hesitate, or fear standing out. You are here to challenge the system, introduce new ways of thinking, and push boundaries. The moment you embrace your uniqueness and stop doubting your vision, the universe will align you with revolutionary opportunities. You are not here to fit into the old. You are here to create the new. So ask yourself, where am I being called to innovate, disrupt, and think bigger? Because the second you trust your brilliance, your reality shifts instantly. If this resonated with you, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to like, share with your friends who can also benefit from this information, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out my offerings linked below if you want to dig even deeper into your spiritual energies. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Pisces in the 9th house, your highest timeline isn't found through rigid beliefs, structured learning, or conventional paths. It's unlocked through intuition, spiritual surrender, and deep trust in the unseen. You are here to expand through divine flow, mystical wisdom, and experiences that awaken your soul. The 9th house represents wisdom, expansion, and life-changing opportunities. And with Pisces here, your quantum leap happens when you release control, trust your intuition, and allow the universe to guide you. Unlike those who seek expansion through structured knowledge, your growth happens when you open yourself to spiritual downloads, inner knowing, and synchronicities that lead you to your destiny. Your expansion doesn't come from logic. It comes from divine connection, dreams, and your ability to trust in the bigger picture. You're not meant to follow a traditional path. You are meant to dissolve old limitations and merge with higher consciousness. Your higher timeline is activated the moment you stop doubting your intuition and start realizing that you are already in alignment with something much greater than yourself. You are meant to expand through spirituality, creativity, and divine surrender. The more you trust the flow of life, the more magic unfolds. Your highest timeline is deeply tied to intuition and higher wisdom. Your soul came here to connect with something beyond the physical world. Your growth happens when you embrace the unknown instead of fearing it. When you stop trying to control everything and trust in divine timing, everything aligns. Your quantum leap happens when you fully embody faith, compassion, and limitless potential. The universe is working behind the scenes. Stop resisting and start receiving. Now, some potential blocks with having Pisces in your 9th house is first, difficulty trusting your path and feeling lost. Pisces energy is deeply intuitive and fluid, but sometimes this can make you feel uncertain about your direction. If you feel disconnected from your purpose, you may struggle to trust that you are already exactly where you need to be. Your highest timeline happens when you surrender the need for clarity and trust that your soul is guiding you. Next is escapism and avoiding reality. Pisces in the 9th house can lead to daydreaming without action, making it easy to get lost in fantasies instead of taking real steps toward expansion. If you avoid making decisions out of fear, you block your highest timeline from manifesting. Your growth happens when you bring your dreams into reality through grounded spiritual practice. Next is absorbing others' beliefs instead of trusting your own wisdom. Pisces is highly empathetic and absorbent, which means you may take on other people's spiritual beliefs instead of forming your own. If you rely too much on external guidance without tuning in to your own intuition, you may feel disconnected from your truth. Your quantum leap happens when you develop your own spiritual relationship with the universe. Now, to activate your 9th house Pisces energy and begin to shift timelines, the first step is to trust your intuition and follow the signs. Your highest timeline unfolds when you listen to your inner knowing instead of overanalyzing everything. The universe is constantly communicating with you through signs, dreams, and synchronicities. Ask yourself, what messages am I receiving, and how can I trust them more? Next is to let go of control and surrender to divine flow. Unlike Capricorn or Virgo placements, your expansion isn't about rigid planning. It's about trusting the journey. The less you try to control outcomes, the more the universe aligns things perfectly for you. Your growth happens when you stop forcing and start allowing. Next is to develop a spiritual practice that feels aligned. Whether it's meditation, journaling, tarot, astrology, or dream work, your soul craves deep spiritual connection. The more you strengthen your relationship with the universe, the clearer your path becomes. Your expansion happens when you ground your spiritual wisdom into your daily life. And lastly, use creativity as a tool for manifestation and growth. Pisces energy is deeply creative and expressive. Writing, music, painting, or storytelling can help you tap into your subconscious and receive guidance from your higher self. Your highest timeline unfolds when you create from the heart and allow inspiration to flow through you. Now, an activation affirmation for your 9th house in Pisces is, I surrender to divine flow and trust that I am always being guided. My intuition leads me toward my highest timeline, and I embrace my soul's wisdom with ease and grace. With Pisces in your 9th house, your highest timeline isn't about control, logic, or rigid plans. It's about trusting the divine process, following your intuition, and allowing expansion to unfold naturally. You're not here to force, overthink, or doubt your journey. You're here to flow, trust, and embrace the magic of your spiritual path. The moment you stop resisting and start surrendering, the universe will align you with everything you've been seeking. You're not here to chase success. You are here to attract it effortlessly. So ask yourself, where in my life can I let go and trust more? Because the second you surrender, your reality shifts instantly. If this resonated with you, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, be sure to like, share this with a friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more. And if you're ready to dive even deeper, be sure to check out my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for watching.